Hey guys, it's Jess. What's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first episode of a new series I'm starting here on my channel called Wardrobe 101. Now, this new series is a style series where I cover everything from how to put together outfits, different pieces that you need in your wardrobe to complete your wardrobe, shoes and accessorizing, wearing an outfit versus just wearing clothes, and seriously everything in between. So if any of these videos interest you or just like the series idea in general, definitely make sure you subscribe because this series, Wardrobe 101, is going to be just chock full of tips and tricks and practical and tangible styling advice that you can put into your own life and incorporate to just look good, feel confident and beautiful, and create, again, the wardrobe of your dreams. Today, for the first episode, we are starting off with 3 reasons you might hate your wardrobe and why, because sometimes like the best place to start is figuring out what you don't like, what's not working, and then going from there. Let's get into it. First and foremost, the most common reason that you might hate your wardrobe is because your style has changed and evolved. Now, this is something I 100% want to normalize. It's okay to have your style and your aesthetic and what you like and what you don't like change. That is completely normal. It's regular. Everybody's style changes and evolves, and don't ever feel like you're not allowed to have your style change and evolve because you've always been known as the person who dresses like this. When it comes to your style evolving and not liking what's in your closet, I think this most commonly happens when you don't edit and prune your closet enough. So when I say edit and prune, I mean going through your closet regularly. For me, I do it about once a month, and I kind of just check in and see what pieces I might not be vibing with anymore, what pieces I haven't worn in a while, what pieces I consistently maybe put on and then skip over. I don't feel like it's really me anymore. And I kind of will set those aside every so often, like every time I prune my closet, and I'll pull those out and I'll start really fine-tuning what is my current style. Now, for me, what I usually do with these pieces that I pull out is I'll keep them for maybe 2 months or so more and just see if there's any times that I reach for it, because sometimes, again, you change your mind about stuff. Maybe you're just not feeling it that month, so I'll keep it on hand for a while. I'll just kind of put it in a different room or in a different spot in my house, and if I go back to it, if I'm like, oh, I missed that shirt or whatever, then maybe I'll introduce it and try styling it and wearing it again. But after that 2 months, if I don't even think about it, if I don't remember that I even really have it or never want it, or think, oh, I'm so glad I took that piece out, I don't really like that anymore, I'll either donate it, I'll resell it, I'll send it to my family in the Philippines. I will take that piece out of my wardrobe. And it's so important to go through and regularly edit and prune your closet, because if you don't do this, if you only do this like every year, every couple of years, you're gonna end up with a closet full of a ton of stuff, but not a ton of stuff you love. So if you're in this position, if you have not gone through your closet in a while and really evaluated where you stand with your pieces, go through, do a little deep dive and see how you feel about everything in your closet and edit it, prune it down, and follow this process. Reason number 2. You don't have enough balance in your wardrobe. Now, I think this mostly happens with trends and with the more crazy type of pieces. If you only have a ton of zebra print pieces and you don't have like, you know, a good staple pair of jeans or trousers, or if you don't have like, you know, classic type of pieces to pair those with, it gets really hard because you're like, well, I don't want to wear this zebra print with the zebra print or this zebra print with this like polka dot pair of pants. You want the basics to balance things out. And then likewise, if you don't have enough balance where you only have basics and you don't have any fun statement pieces or trends or just fun type of pieces to mix things up, you might really dislike having such a simple wardrobe. There are, of course, exceptions where some people really like a very simple and minimal wardrobe, but if you have been feeling like your wardrobe just doesn't have enough something, think about what type of pieces that you have too much of and what type of pieces you don't have enough of. So if you only have basics and you're just like, oh, I feel like my wardrobe is just a little too boring. I want to mix things up, but I don't know what to add. Try adding in a couple statement type of pieces or more trendy type of pieces. And it doesn't have to be a ton. It can just be a couple here and there to find that balance so you have a good amount of stuff to work with, play with, and actually have fun styling versus being just overwhelmed or bored. And finally, the third reason why you might hate your wardrobe is because not enough pieces fit you properly. Fit is one of the most underrated things when it comes to fashion and styling. And I would say it is 10% the actual piece, 20% how you wear it, like the confidence you bring to it, how you style it, but then 70% how the actual fit is on you. And something to note about fit just in general is that here in America, I live in America, in Texas, it's much more uncommon to get pieces tailored for you. And I feel like this misconception that tailoring is very inaccessible or that it's super expensive, at some point somebody started that rumor, probably the fashion industry, to sell you more things, but tailoring is pretty accessible and it's not that expensive at all. All you gotta do is find a good local tailor who has fair prices, and then you can have all your pieces fit and flatter you and look good on you. In most places around the world, especially in many European countries, so many people get things tailored to fit and flatter them. Another, I feel like, rumor that someone started at some point is that it's really hard to tailor things yourself. It's kind of not. And I used to think this for a long time, that any sort of sewing or tailoring or anything like that was like way beyond my skill level. I was just like, oh, I don't know how to do that. It's pretty easy. I had no sewing skills as of like the end of 2019. And it's not like I've done any sort of like rigorous learning or anything. I've just watched tutorials and tried things myself, and tailoring is so much easier. Like the very basics, like hemming trousers or, bringing the waist in, so much easier than I ever imagined. So I want you guys to know that tailoring, whether it be done through a local tailor or doing it yourself, is so much easier, so much less expensive than you might think, and it makes a piece look 1,000 times better. Making the fit for you of a piece changes the whole game. Great example for me. When it comes to wearing a maxi dress, if I just wear the maxi dress on its own, I don't do any sort of thing to adjust the fit for me, I kind of look like a potato sack. It's just like not a flattering look for me. Like for me, I have a nice little indent where like my hips start, and it's really cute if I highlight that little dip with a belt and I cinch that in and give myself some definition and some nice fit to my silhouette. So that is just like the simplest thing. It doesn't always have to be tailoring. It seriously can be as simple as introducing a piece like a belt to bring in that fit for you. So I want you guys to figure out the fit, the pieces in your wardrobe, what like fits weird, and then really try to pin down why it fits weird. Is it too long? Is it that the waist is at a different spot than your waist is? Maybe you need to bring in a belt and just kind of zhuzh it up and adjust it. Figure out how things might fit or why things might not fit, and see what you can adjust. We shouldn't let fit get in the way of looking bomb. And last little thing with this one, I want to normalize things just fitting weird, because things fit weird sometimes. And I want to say it's okay if you've gained weight or lost weight, or if your proportions are different than like the standard proportions that they make clothes for. Like whatever it is, it's okay. And genuinely, not everything is going to look the same or fit the same on everyone, but it's all about working with what works for you and adjusting things to work for you. Seriously, work with what works for you and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And that's a wrap on today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the new series that I'm starting, the Wardrobe 101 series. I am so excited about this because I really think that this is going to be just like the perfect place to house all of the style basics all the way up to the more in-depth pieces. I have so many ideas, and I also want to know if you guys have any requests for topics or things you want me to cover in this series. Let me know in the comment section. I am so open to any of your guys' ideas for this. For today's quote of the day, I found a really cool quote, but I feel like half of it I I'm not like obsessed with, but the second half I really dig. Old keys will never open new doors. Now, I really like this part because it becomes really easy to forget that if you keep doing the same thing all the time, if you keep trying the same ways of accomplishing something that you want or trying to, I don't know, change parts of your life up, if you're doing the same thing every single time and you're not changing things up, things aren't going to change. Things change when things change. And I know that's such a simple and almost cyclical idea, but it's so true. You gotta try new things. You gotta change things up to open those new doors. So that is something I want you guys to think about as we go into the week. Thank you guys again for watching today's video. Why do I keep raising my arms higher and higher? I feel like I'm at church or something, like praising on up. If you want to keep up with me on the day-to-day and hang with me and jam with me, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Neistadt. It's a fun place to be. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.